Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
I'll call the word and pledge. You'll see a few people maybe coming. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, before we go into the approval of the minutes, start this meeting up, we have a couple of corrections to make. Correction number one, last week I said that the letters regarding the 30 rental limit have been sent out. They have not. We're still working on them, but they're imminent. So get ready, folks. There's not that many of them, but we will be sending them out as soon as we get the verbiage and all that other stuff straightened away. And then another correction number 2, this is about words and the use of words. Section 6CI, is that? Mm-hmm. Short-term rentals owner, Holcomb, 12 Middle Mountain Trail. The property was advertising more bedrooms, not people. We inadvertently said people in bedrooms, not than allowed. The advertisement has now been corrected, so there is no longer a violation. The advertisement was changed from 4 bedrooms to 3 bedrooms. The amount of people advertised remains the same at 8 people maximum. Okay.
And with those corrections, I will make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from April 11th.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right. While we're thinking of it, one of the ones I always forget to sign.
Thank you.
All right. Item number 2, actually number 4, for Selectmen's discussion, the New Hampshire Electric Co-op notice of herbicide spraying. This will be on our website. Every year they do this under the power lines. And as I understand it, if somebody has a power line that's in their yard and they don't want it, they can contact the co-op and
Yes.
it won't be done.
Yeah, there's an opt-out.
Right, there is an
They can
opt-out.
opt out.
All right. But anyway, we will be posting on our website and maybe even e-news,
Yeah,
letting
we'll
folks
send-
know
Yep,
that
definitely.
this is going to be happening. And as again, it happens every year.
They don't tell us when, they just say
It's
springs are
Coming.
going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, per request of my fellow selectman, Barbara Campbell, we're not going to bring up the designate selectman representative of the planning board just this time because we're going to talk about all our liaisons. Because we have to do that. Bob has only been here for 1 meeting since he's been back.
Okay.
And so we got to kind of straighten that all out. I assume we'll probably keep some of the ones we already have, but we should at least get that figured
Yeah, and I think Julie Atwell is going to provide a list of all the different departments that require
Yes.
and have a liaison, and she'll give that to you, Frank, so you can work
Okay.
with that.
out. Okay.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
All right, now, we do have to designate 1 regular member and 1 alternate to the Carroll County Commission District. I am willing, because I sort of got into that a little in the beginning, I'd be one of the regular member, but we need to have an alternate. So, we have to make a motion, first of all, to make me to be the regular member?
Yeah,
All right, so
I'll
let's just...
make that motion.
Okay, and I'll second it. All those in
Okay.
favor?
Aye.
Okay, so now we have to figure an alternate. We don't have to do it this minute, but do you have any desire to do that?
I don't have-
And we don't have anybody?
I don't have the time to do it,
Okay.
for sure, but
Okay.
I also am wondering if as an alternate, does it have to be a selectman again? Because I'm wondering if someone with expertise or knowledge in this might be
Yeah.
a good alternate for this. Maybe, I'm thinking like, maybe Dick Bennett, but I know he's involved in a lot of
Right,
other things,
including the
so.
planning board too, so.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's a name to throw out, but anyway, maybe we can put something out there to see if anybody
can.
can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Get it out there and just see if there's anybody who would like to do that, okay? We have extended liquor license request for Whitney's. This is for outside drinking and having a good time and eating and doing things around the building. Something that's pretty much due for everybody when they ask us for it. Do you want to make a motion?
I will make a motion to grant the extended liquor license request to Whitney's Inn.
Okay, and I will second that motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. All right, now the big deal of the day is porta potties in town. we're gonna have 4 when we're all done, all said and done with it. So we have 2 year-round and 2 seasonal. The new one's gonna go on the hillside, upside of the town office, town hall.
Yes.
And I didn't want to say old town hall,
AKA.
Aching.
town hall, okay?
Historical Society.
And we've already approved that. We're just knowing that, I think we've kind of decided on where we want to put it.
Mhm.
And the other one, we have one in the old tennis courts over there, Jackson Falls, and of course the ball field.
Right.
So that should be plenty of places for
I
people
think
to.
that's great that we're gonna have a couple year-round ones. That'll
Yeah.
be nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It'll keep the store owners.
Well, because
happy
because
to-
a lot of people do a lot in the wintertime around here. as
Yes.
well, You know.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a cemetery lot agreement for Abigail DeWolf, sum of $100. The lot's recorded in the records of the town, now standing in the name of Janet Loveday Green. I knew Janet. Said lot number 239 on the map of Dundee Cemetery. And we have to make a motion to accept her money, so I'll make a motion, we accept the money for the cemetery lot agreement.
I will second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye. All right, let's sign this. Now, facilities committee, you say?
Yes.
You wanted to-
A little update here from the Facilities Committee. Number one is that Ken Kimball and a group of folks that put together a subcommittee for the Jackson walking, hiking, and snowshoe trails have now put together a really awesome resource that has the location, it has the length of the trail, the condition, whether it's easy, medium, endurance, also what it can be used for, any list of notes on comments of where the parking is, whether or not it's plowed during the winter, etc. And then also a link to any other information on that trail. And in addition to that, there's a map that has the little designation of where that trail is located. It is on the town website already under community links, so you can find it there. And it's also going to be posted most likely on the Mount Washington Valley Age-Friendly Walkable Trails website, or at least in partial, but probably most of it will be there. And then we'll share it wherever else it needs to be shared. That kind of ties into my senior expo that I had last week at the Whitney Center, where about 15 people came, and it was a really good, a good talking session. Mary Ann Jackson, the executive director from the Gibson, was there. Emily Benson, our emergency management director, spoke, and then a couple of other folks spoke about transportation and other needs that seniors can take advantage of and other resources. And one of the things that a lot of folks wanted to know were where are trails and what condition are they in, which ones can I walk on that aren't tough, etc. So this is a great hitting 2 birds with 1 stone resource. And then the other thing is, because of the chatter that we got from people at the expo that weren't sure what to expect, we'll probably try to do another one in the late summer or early fall, maybe outside or at the old library or something like that, and get some other people out to see what other resources are still needed or wanted. And then Hank also recorded the presentations that the 5 people gave, and as soon as that's posted on Jackson Flicks, we'll be able to share that link as well, so you can see and learn about the information there. It was a nice turnout. There was a lot of information shared, and I saw a lot of people shaking their heads like, yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So I felt really proud that we were able to hopefully help some people and just also get a gathering of people. I met new people too.
Oh, yeah,
It was
which
really nice.
is always good, right?
So,
A lot of
yeah.
times we say we don't know who lives in town anymore, you know? and it's
Yeah.
a chance to see that.
Yeah,
It's
it was
terrific.
really nice. Some
Now,
people
was it just the people from Jackson, or were there people from?
There, some of the people that presented were not from Jackson, and then the people that were there were from Jackson.
Okay.
So I have some emails that I'm sharing more information with them that based on what they requested, and we talked a lot about e-news and the bridge and how people get their information. We talked about the transfer station and all resources, and then we talked about things like what would happen if all of a sudden you couldn't drive? Where would you go? What would you do? And
Right.
people really were like, yeah, what would happen then? Because some people have neighbors, and there's a neighbor care program that we have that some people didn't know about. A lot of interesting things like that, so
Terrific, all right.
I could go on.
Yeah, well, it's a worthy cause, I mean, it's a great thing, you know,
Yeah,
people
it
will
is.
use it in this town in particular, so,
Yes,
you know.
so.
All right, on to short-term rentals, applications for approval. Now, the first one we have is Robert Burr, and
Mhm.
it's on 398 Black Mountain Road, and I'm gonna read the notes on this,
Okay.
because that pretty much will describe the situation we have. It's a 3-bedroom tax card,
Mhm.
all right? No septic or building permit on file, because it's a really old place, all
Mhm.
right? But they're advertising for 4 bedrooms, sleep 6, all right?
Mhm.
The owner states that the house has always had 4 bedrooms. We have reached out to the assessor to get clarification on bedrooms, and will table this application until the next meeting on 5/9. And also have to add that they will be limited to the 30 rentals per, once approved, or if they get approved. So right now, we're just kind of, we're in this limbo state. He said there's always been 4 bedrooms,
Right.
but the tax card says 3.
Mhm.
And there's nothing to base it on, because there's no septic system on file to
And we
know
don't-
where that's at.
And we don't really have the authority, nor do we care if at this number, like a 3-bedroom tax card means he could actually advertise for up to 8 people.
Mhm.
So he's only advertising for 6.
Right.
And he's requesting to upgrade it to a 4-bedroom.
He
Yeah,
says it's
on
always
his
been a
tax
4-bedroom,
card.
yeah.
He wants
Yeah, but he
it-
wants
Always
it
been, but he
he
wants,
wants
yeah,
reevaluated.
exactly, yeah.
Would you consider then just conditionally approving it since he's not advertising for too many people? I mean, he's actually under-advertising
If-
what he would be able to
If
do.
you think, because you've been doing this right from the beginning, and I'm just sort of getting on, and I've talked to Julie about this, and there are other
Mm-hmm. I
things that
did too,
make,
just
there's
to make
some
sure it's
concern,
clear.
but I could go along with that, okay? And I'm hoping that it all works out and he gets what he's supposed to be, so I'm all right with that. If you want to give him conditional approval,
Yeah,
after, as I said, Julie schooled me a little bit today, and we're talking a little bit about how we could do this, because we don't hold anybody up if we can't, and I mean, that's,
Right.
if we don't have to.
I think if he
So-
was looking to advertise more
Right,
than
Yeah.
what is authorized on the tax card, then we would have a problem with it. But
Mhm.
since he's not doing that,
No.
I'm okay with it.
All right.
And then when he gets
Okay.
his reassessment from Jason,
Mhm.
then we can
Right.
go and look at it if he wants to advertise for more.
right.
So that's,
Okay,
so
that sounds good.
I'll make a motion to conditionally approve Robert Burr's application for 398 Black Mountain Road based on 3-bedroom tax card.
Okay, and I'll second that. All
Thank
those,
you.
all those approve? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye. Okay.
Perfect,
All
thank
right.
you.
Okay, no, just,
It
make
is an
sense of it, and
education though.
we'll go, because there are other things in there that I'm very skeptical about, but that's okay. One step at a time here. Okay, so now we get Keller Ryan on 113A Chipper Point Road, a 3-bedroom approved condo, tax card, 3-bedroom septic, advertising 3 rooms, sleep 6, okay to go. Has building permit for egress issued, building permit
Hold.
hold.
But everything is okay?
Yeah, he's taken out of, yeah, he's fixing his egress issue.
Okay.
So, yes, he's,
Then I will make a motion to approve the Keller application for 13A Chipper Point Road.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, pending Harvey on Balsam Drive. They have received the violation notice, and we're still waiting for their response, and we're still within a couple of days of the
Yeah,
time
they
for them
have-
to response.
they have a few more days to
Right, a
respond.
few more,
Yep.
so, all right, so we're just hoping for the best there, and waiting to hear what we hear. And then there's Malloy on 31 Hurd Road. They're an STR without conditional use permit pending. They have received the violation notice, and we are waiting for their response. And where are we in that process? How far?
Same. Well, theirs is a 30-day response, so,
Okay.
yeah,
Right, okay.
because they actually received a violation.
Right.
The Hardys just received a warning, and they have 14 days to respond.
Right. All right. Building and driveway permits, these have all been approved. There's not much we can say about any of these. I don't think, we don't have to read all of that. So
No,
we're fine.
and usually if Kevin has any issues, he comes by.
Right, right.
So,
Building. And then we have upcoming meetings. This is Really moving fast,
I
isn't it?
know,
Well, there's two of us and
I
nobody.
know.
Well, I shouldn't say there's nobody here, we have an audience of two.
Other than the important people.
Yes, that's right. The note taker and the person who knows. Okay, we have an upcoming meeting Tuesday, May 9th at 3:30. And then another meeting on Tuesday, May 23rd at 3:30. Okay. And there's not going to be any public comment, but I would like to say something about, we just got word this week that former Jackson Selectman Dee McClay has passed away this week. And I want you to know she served incredibly from 1990 to 2005 for 15 years. And I was fortunate enough that I served with her for 12 of those years. So it was it was good. She was as dedicated a town servant as you're ever going to find. And she also served on many valley-wide entities, very, very involved in all the community life of the whole valley. She was a good friend to the town. She was a good friend to me personally. And her family, just in case anybody's watching this, look back, and her family is planning a celebration of her life sometime in August, probably towards the end. So just letting you know, there'll be more information about that. But I just want to say I had the occasion to sit at this very desk with her for a few years.
That's
And, thank you, Dee. I mean, she was
Yeah.
good. She was good. Miss her.
Thanks for mentioning that too.
Yeah. Well, all right. Make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I will second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.